Okay. Jennifer, of course, the burning question is, how much pizza did you actually eat for this film?
A lot of pizza. After a while, you just kind of go, can I have a tissue? Thanks, spit it out. It's just too much all day doing those scenes. You eat like 12 boxes of pizza.
You know, years ago, I was an extra in the movie Foul Play. I was one of those waiver extras where I didn't get paid and I sat there for 3 days really bored. Were you amazed at how many people showed up for the scenes at the Alamo Dome to come there?
Since you've done it, you know. I mean, you're an extra. You sit there all day. It's, you know, you just, these people came out. They weren't paid. 33,000 people showed up for the Alamo Dome when we did that down in San Antonio. And they stayed all day. They stayed for 15, 16 hours, something like that, while we filmed.
Was it a little unnerving for you when you walked out in full costume to see how people were looking at you? It was like, especially little kids. Was it really unnerving for you?
Yeah, it wasn't unnerving. I mean, before I came out, I was a little nervous because I didn't know how I was going to be received. But once I came out and they were screaming and cheering, I felt so great. And then, you know, I must have signed 10,000 autographs that day. You know, everybody was coming over, and I just wanted to give back. And I was exhausted, but I just kept on because I just knew it was so important to them. And I was just so appreciative that they had come out and were being so supportive that I just wanted to give back everything I could.
I know the question you must be really tired of hearing is, how did you prepare for this role?
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people, a lot of people, when they do things like that, they go down and they conduct an interview with the other person. Well, tell me about this person. Tell me about this.
Yeah.
Now you had your own process for that, right?
Yeah, I didn't do that. When I went down to spend time with the family in Texas, it was funny. Selena's sister said to me, "Well, I had been with them a couple of days, and don't you want to ask me anything? You haven't asked me anything, any questions?" And I go, no, I just, you know, I don't want to ask you anything. You know, if you want to tell me something, that's fine. My whole approach to it it wasn't about interviewing these people. It was more about feeling what it was like to be a part of a family that lives in Texas and part of this family. And that was my approach to it, and that made me feel what it was like to be Selena in this family, you know, and that was the important thing, and that was my approach, and it worked out better for me, because what happens is people open up to you. They don't feel like you're trying to invade them, you know, so.
Well, one thing about the real Selena, her schedule was incredibly busy with her touring, recording, the stores. Now, your movie career the last couple of years, I mean, you've been going nonstop.
Yeah.
Now, didn't you fit in the time to do a major personal event in the last few weeks?
Yeah, the last production I worked on was my wedding, which is a major production, and but it came off great. I can only hope that Selena has as much success as my wedding did.
Well, I know this all came as a big surprise when your husband asked you to propose. Were you scared that you were going to be able to fit all this in?
No, he's so funny because he proposed at the Selena rap party, and I was totally surprised, and everybody's jaws just dropped. Nobody expected it. You know, we had such a great filming experience, and everybody was very satisfied, and we had great hopes for the film. And here Ohani comes out and asks me to marry him on top of everything else, you know. And of course I said yes, because I love him to death. And not only did he do that, but that night we went home, he goes, "We're getting married on February 22nd. He's a very strong personality. You know, and I said, okay, well, we have a lot of work to do. So, you know, and right from there, we just went full speed ahead.
Okay, great. All right, thank you very much. You are very charming. So Jennifer, you've been very busy the last couple of years.
Yes.
You've been acting with Jack Nicholson, Robin Williams, Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
What kind of great advice are you getting from all these actors?
You know, they don't give advice so freely. It's more what you take away and what you learn from watching, you know, incredible actors like that work.
You know, I'm fascinated with the whole makeup process and costuming. When they were first doing all the tests and everything, the first time they had you dressed up as Selena and you walked out of the makeup room, Were you a little bit antsy how people were going to look at you?
No, we had done a few makeup tests before, so I knew that we were getting it down. Obviously, you know, when we first started, the first couple of days, it's a little rough, and I had hair pieces and different stuff like that. So, but when I first walked out, you know, when we finished, I knew that, you know, they had done a great job. They did a really, really great job, the hair and makeup people.
Now, the Alamo Dome scenes, when you're looking out at the extras watching you, is it a little bit unnerving for you to watch the faces of the people?
No, they were so warm and welcoming and loving to me and accepting that I felt totally at home and at ease, and I wasn't nervous at all, and I just wanted to get up there and do the performance for them because I'd worked really hard on it and I knew that they would appreciate it, and I was really excited to do it.
Well, when people would ask you for autographs, I know sometimes people kind of lose touch of reality, and you're a great actress. I mean, did some people actually want you to sign Selena on the autographs?
No, they didn't ever ask me to sign Selena. They never got confused that way.
Right. Now, your schedule has been like incredible the last couple of years, and
Yeah.
we talked before. You just recently got married.
Right.
What were the logistics like to arrange the wedding during all of this?
It was insane. I don't even know how it got done. I don't really know. I had a lot of good people working with me on it to get it done on that day. I mean, they were cleaning up stuff on the side as people were walking in. It was a very close call.
You know, every actor who's done lip syncing has little tricks what they do. Now,
Yeah.
I know that you were singing out loud.
Yeah.
The scenes in the recording studio, that leave an impression on the crew members.
Yeah, you must have heard that story. It's funny because all of the playback was very loud, and you never heard me sing, although I was singing. But when we did the recording studio, the only voice coming through was in my ear. So I'm actually singing. And it was funny because the crew members had never heard me sing, and it was really the camera guys who were in there, and it was a moving dolly, so they were like kind of going around. And one guy, Jimmy Mack, he was just so impressed. He's like, I didn't know you could sing. Oh my God, you know, I've heard everybody sing. You know, I've been working in this business a long time. You know, he's a real New York guy. And let me tell you, you got something there, you know. So it was an experience for everybody.
Yeah.
I took the compliment. I loved it. No, Jimmy, no more.
And one quick final question. I've always been interested in fan mail. Back in your Fox TV days in Living Color, what kind of interesting mail did you get from
You're
people?
talking about my jail mail.
Oh, jail mail?
My inmate following. No. The Fly Girls used to get a lot of mail from prison.
Well, how did that make you feel?
Scared? No, it was fine. You know, this guy's in for life, right? Okay, good. No. No, it was fine.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you.
doing this.